Landers on YouTube. I promised another content class this week, and you know what? I've been putting something off myself, honestly. So, why don't we start learning something about streamer business structures? Okay, before we get class started, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hey, these things validate me. And if you really want to, come ask some questions over on Twitch. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 3 to 7, and that's Pacific Standard. Today, we are talking about streamer business structures. Streamer business structures? Don't I just push the button and game? Hopefully that's not all you're doing. You're actually treating this like a business, right? Well, kinda. I mean, but honestly, who needs a business for playing video games on the internet? That's dumb. Okay, look. If you are looking to make this serious, you want to turn streaming into an actual career, you have to treat it like a business. We've already gone over best business practices, things like showing up for work, streaming on a schedule, improving your content on a regular basis. You should look to make this career official. And, well, making it official, you should figure out which business structure fits you and possibly get a business license for it. Now, I get it. This type of stuff can be dry. It can be just mind-numbingly boring. But that's why you're here. That's why you're on YouTube. You're watching a video trying to see, hey, is there a shortcut to all of this? Is there a way to look at this stuff without having to actually troll a government website for hours on end, figuring this stuff out for myself? Well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to condense this down and, well, make it easier for you. Though, I do make it easier for you. You still have to do the work yourself. The Small Business Association, or the SBA, they have a great website if you're looking to start a business. And I'm actually going to post that link down below. Now, on this website, when you're starting a business, they do have a 10-step thing on how to do all of this. Right now, we're really only interested in step 5. Technically, you should have already done steps 1 through 4. And 6 through 10, well, that's the legal stuff. That's the paperwork. So, I highly encourage you to go through the rest of the steps and definitely look into that. I mean, things about getting your license, your EIN or your employee identification number, your fictitious business name, which is different than your normal business name, all of that very important. Hey, maybe we'll do another video for that. Okay, so here it is. These are your business types, and they are a little condensed. First off, you have your sole proprietorship or your limited partnership, depending on the number of people in this thing. This is you now. If you don't do anything, your business structure is a sole proprietorship. If you go in with other streamers, well, that's a partnership, and you might need some documentation to prove that. Downside of a sole proprietorship is that you are personally responsible for the debt and obligations of that business. And when it comes to a partnership, whoever the main partner is in just a limited partnership, well, they're responsible for everything. They're responsible for everything the partners do. You might want to look at that a little closer if you're doing something like that. Another thing is, as a sole proprietor, banks don't like giving money to you since it's just you. So if you wanted to open up that ice cream donut sandwich food truck that you stream from on Sundays only, well, you probably want to have something a little more than a sole proprietorship. And as we said before, if you are getting into a partnership, you probably want to get a lawyer. I'm just saying. Number 2, I'm just going to kind of glaze over this one. This is corporations. You don't need to care about this one as a streamer, at least right now. Look into this if you get huge or you start opening up much bigger businesses or multifaceted businesses. You know, it costs way too much for a streamer to actually look at this. Trust me, I promise. There are different types. If you want to look at them, go for it. But no, don't do it. At least not right now. Third, and kind of the one that we're going to be looking at, a limited liability company or a limited liability partnership. Once again, depending on how many people are in there. An LLC separates your personal assets from business assets. And as a limited liability partnership, it protects all partners from debts against the business, and it makes sure that you're not responsible for other partners' actions. This is the main reason we are looking at an LLC. We're looking to protect our personal assets versus our business assets. Protect? You mean like put my PS5 in a safe? No. No, like protect your personal assets for when, something bad happens to the company, you make a bad decision, you have bad luck, those types of things. Okay, fine. How about a hypothetical? Let's say you own a house, car, not a good car, but it runs and it has 4 tires, and $1,000 in your bank account. Well, you have a windfall. All of a sudden, you end up getting $20,000 from a sponsorship for streaming, because, that's where you're at. Well, you take that $20,000 and you decide that the internet says you should put it into KCCC stock. That's right, it's a shameless King Coast plug. And, well, since the internet's smart, you're going to take that to your channel and you're going to tell all of your community that they should do this as well. Because, well, that's a good choice. Well, that stock didn't go the way you thought it would, and you lost half of your $20,000. $10,000 straight out the window. Not a big deal to you, but your community, well, you told them to, so they did the same thing. And now, they're mad, and you're being sued by that same community for $1.2 million, let's say, because you gave bad financial advice without a disclaimer. By the way, actually, that reminds me. This disclaimer advises that Cleveland, Matt Cleveland, and CTL Gaming are in no way qualified to give financial, legal, or even life advice to anyone. All of this is just research information from the internet that anyone could find using Google. Seriously, just Google it. Cleve collects this information for content and regurgitates it for your consumption. Please, for the love of all that is holy, do not take this rule or sound financial advice without doing the research yourself. And then you can point the blame at a different entity than CTL Gaming. Thank you. If you had treated this career path like a business, you would have gotten an LLC, and that LLC would have taken the hit, and you would have kept your house, your car, and that $1,000 that you had in the bank. Now, you decided to keep this as a sole proprietorship and not treat it like a business, well, and you're just here to stream video games on the internet. Those people that are suing you, well, guess what? They can come after that house. They can come after that car, even though it only has 4 wheels, and that's about it. And that $1,000, well, it's gone too. Technically, anybody that files taxes with you, well, they can come after them as well. That means your family. That's right. Your family isn't safe. But we are not here to scare you. This is an extreme example. You had to have made a lot of mistakes to reach that particular point. But it does happen, and sometimes you just get really bad luck. It just happens. Especially if you get bigger and you diversify, you can't just stream forever. You can't just do content creation forever. You have to go somewhere from this platform. You have to move on. This is a staging area of this career. Think about it. Professor Broman, him and his friends, they started King's Coast Coffee. Mr. Beast, he may be making videos, but didn't he open up a bunch of burger joints to go with it? Stone Mountain 64, he's another one that I know of. He started Pipeline, and now he's literally working with Elgato and Corsair to teach streamers how to stream. Smart streamers branch out as soon as they start making enough money to do so. So, say you want to make your own line of headphones for gamers because you could do it better. Okay? Or you want to make a line of mints because you want to be in everybody's mouth. Or, I don't know, maybe your own line of streamer endorsed beers. Not saying, but maybe saying. Well, you have to protect yourself in those business ventures too. So, why not start now? I can own a brewery. Wait, I'm not doing that right now, so why would I have to open up an LLC now? Okay, how about this? Did you know you can write off a portion of a lot of things when it comes to your taxes? How about your video games that you play online? That new PC tower? Or maybe that PS5 you purchased at a premium that you managed to snag the other week? The clothes that you wear on stream? How about a whole line of Funko Pops you decided that you needed to buy on a whim, but they're actually really just for the stream? They're for your content. You put it in the background. That's what they're there for now. Or How about this? You can claim a portion of your electricity, your rent, your internet, even that Nashville hot sandwich you shamelessly shoved into your face during a charity stream. Well, it was for the business. It can all be deducted some way or another. Now, it may not matter until you're looking at significant gains from the business, but as a streamer, we do have to realize that you're not paying taxes until tax time, until you actually do your taxes. You will owe the IRS money for your income. And, well, the more you make, the more you're going to owe them. Now, this is for the US. Other countries, I don't know how it works over there. Those deductions that we just mentioned, well, that's a way to lower your owed amount. And being part of an LLC makes it a whole lot easier. Well, it also makes it a lot easier for your accountant. Oh, and by the way, again, Cleveland, Matt Cleveland, and CTL Gaming are in no way qualified to give you any advice that could shape your life. No streamer truly is. And that does include tax help. I am not a CPA. I cannot do your taxes, and I can barely do my own. Please be responsible for your own decisions and think. If you have a brain, please use it. And if you need assistance, please seek out professionals that get paid to tell you what to do with your money. Thank you. Now, LLCs, well, they're not all puppies and rainbow stickers, okay? It does cost money to be an LLC, and there are fees to set it up and to keep it running every year. Plus, if you're not careful of separating your business from your personal, that LLC might not actually protect you if you blur the lines. Okay. To summarize the benefits of an LLC, well, it protects your personal assets from your business assets if you separate them correctly. You can definitely lose that PS5 because you're using it for the business, but you won't lose the roof that's over your head. You are much more official, so banks are much more likely to actually give you money to support your business, statistically, with an LLC rather than a sole proprietary. And your taxes are separate, so they're easier to handle. Ish. And yeah, I say ish because truly, when you separate them, let the professional handle it. Oh, and it wasn't mentioned before, but as a business, you know you need to build credit to actually use credit for business? Go figure, you have to do it in real life. Well, you can't do that with a sole proprietary. Now, there are downsides to LLCs. So you're going to have at least 2 sets of taxes, personal and your business taxes. It's going to happen. There are costs involved. We had mentioned that. There are going to be fees to open up an LLC. There's going to be fees and services that you're going to have to pay for to keep the LLC open. And also, like I said, if you don't separate personal from business properly, the LLC might not protect you. And then you spend all that money to do all of this, and it still didn't do what you asked it to do. So, do the research. So, what structure is right for you? LLC? Partnership? Sole proprietary? Maybe a corporation? Well, for CTL Gaming, we'll probably be looking to file for an LLC sometime later this week, maybe later this month. If not just for the streaming, but for all the other things that are up here in my brain. We got other things planned. So YouTube, is this something that you are thinking about doing? Well, let us know in the comments below. And remember, always do the homework. Do the homework yourself. And don't just listen to what the content creator is shilling out to you in front of you on the screen. I mean, seriously, I may have done some information, I may have done some research and given this to you, but I'm not the smartest guy in the room. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Other than that, class dismissed. Thank you once again, YouTube, for watching the video. I really do appreciate you. Hey, if you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell to get notification when we go live with a new video. That's every Sundays. Also, like and comment on that video you just watched. I want to know what content you want to see. What content you want me to do. I mean, this is your channel. This is your community. I do this for you. Also, right over here, that's right, those are the social links. I do things IRL in those as well. A little different from what we do here, and a little different from what we do, last but not least, Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Also better known as Beers Day over the channel. 3 to 7. Come have a beer. Join the Landers. be part of the chat. Thank you once again for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, YouTube.